What up, everybody? It's your boy Black Caesar, aka Caesar Alamo, aka Slickback Jones, the Don.
And it's your boy Crazy P, aka CP, Fried Milk, Haitian boy. We back. What's going on, bruh?
What's good, man? Not much. Another week. We back at it again. So right now we're in the madness of election season. So yeah, man. What's going on with you? How are you holding up during election season?
You know, I've been watching. I went back and watched the whole Andrew Gillum versus DeSantis debate, and it was actually pretty interesting. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to go out and vote or nothing, but I just wanted to see what they had to offer. And Andrew Gillum just killed that nigga, bro. Like, he was just saying some real ass shit. You know what I mean? So if I was gonna vote, I'd vote for that nigga.
I think it's about time that Florida gets not only a black governor, but somebody that makes sense. Because I don't know the whole deal with Rick Scott, bro. Like, Rick Scott just creeps me the hell out. He's just creepy. He just has a creepy vibe. Like, if I was in an elevator late at night with Rick Scott, I would probably just piss myself. I don't know. He just looks like he's a serial killer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I don't care much for Rick Scott, bro. So I think to have the first black governor of Florida would be pretty big. You know what I mean? And I think the policies that Andrew Gillum has, it really aligns with. I don't know if you're a Bernie fan. I was a Bernie fan, so
Yeah.
it really aligns with like Bernie Sanders, policies. My only issue with Democrats, bro, is that I don't want to be taxed high, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's my only issue. But other than that, I'm good with everything else. So
Yeah, I mean, if Bernie's still speaking of voting, if Bernie's still alive in 2020, he got my vote. So
he gonna die the next day after he gonna win, bro. He gonna be like my fellow Americans
and die from the
and he
shot.
gonna fall over.
Nah.
He gonna fall over, bro. But he was just here, by the way. He was at UCF like over the
Oh
weekend.
yeah.
Yeah, that shit was packed, bro. It was crazy.
Damn. I mean, listen, he's one of the non-problematic politicians, and a lot of the things he says make sense. Not to okay, I don't want to get into this whole political debate, but I feel like the whole reason why people are mad at immigrants is because they're taking advantage of the system, right? Like they're just like that's what the stigma is, right? Like the reason why people don't like illegal immigrants is because they're getting away with not paying their taxes. But when you look at it, the illegal immigrants, all they do is work and mind their own business, bro. Like, so if they're getting help from the government, which they're not because they're illegal immigrants. So let's say, okay, maybe they're getting free shelter because they're living somewhere with somebody who's paying their taxes. Either way, the little bit of help that they could be getting from the system amounts to, like, I think hundreds of dollars. But the real people that are gaming the system, that are gaming the government, that are getting governmental help, that are getting government bailouts, are the rich people. And those are the people that Bernie Sanders is targeting. So I think it's just misdirected anger. I feel like all this energy that we're spending talking about the immigrants, we need to spend it talking about the rich people, the people getting the tax cuts, because those are the people getting real government bailouts. Like, and even if we talk about like poor people, people on food stamps, those people, the little amount of money, like them getting a steak from Walmart or instead of the regular food that they could be getting, is not really breaking the bank at all. Like, that's a drop in the bucket compared to the huge amounts of money that people like Trump's son-in-law are getting in tax cuts when it comes to cheating the system, and they have a lawyer dedicated to that. So I don't know, man. Like, that's why I hate the political climate so much, because I feel like it's just misdirected anger. People are voting with their emotions and not with their logics, and it's pissing me off because it's the 21st century and people have access to the internet. And I think we should be way past this, but we're not.
Well, I mean, not to bring up Kanye into this, but he did. I mean, he did say it's like a game mentality, right? Like, people vote red or blue based on race, which is true. It's based on race, and it's based on if you're conservative or not, or if you're on the far left side. So I feel like that's not going to change. It's the American way. Like, you're either for or against somebody. It's always like this whole team gang mentality. So that's an issue that's just not going to go away. That being said, as far as, like Andrew Gillum, right? Like, his policies, like, make sense logically. You know what I mean? But from American type way, they don't want to help people out, bro. Like, if I was gonna solve the issue with illegal immigrants, like you said, I would get them like some kind of paperwork so I can track them, and then I would tax them niggas, right? Maybe a little bit higher than everybody else. I would tax them, and that's gonna be revenue at the ass, bro. Like, you know how much money that would create, like, for the country as a whole. So they don't really want to do that because it's really more about the rhetoric and the whole, us against them mentality, and that's just the culture. It's always us against them. It's never like a win-win. It's always like, yo, you over there, I'm over here. Somebody got to lose, and that's the problem.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you really look at it, and I know a lot of Republicans are saying this, they're saying that Obama was tougher on immigrants than Trump is, which is true. Trump is not even really doing anything about immigrants. He's just making a whole lot of noise, like, "Hey, look at this! Look at what I'm doing! Look, 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 look!" Like Obama didn't say shit, but he low key was like at the border deporting people. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if this is true or not, but I read somewhere that he signed a bill for a fence on the border or something like that, like some on the border that he signed to make a fence or to make the fence longer because there's already a fence there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he did a lot of shit, bro. That if it was on TV, it would have been like a shock to most people because I didn't know this till after he left. I was like, oh shit, like he deported this many people. Like I didn't know that shit. But Trump is just saying that shit out loud. He's just talking more than Obama was on that shit, and so it makes it look a lot worse. But at the end of the day, it's never going to change. It's always going to be back and forth, and that's just how it is in America, bro.
But we need somebody like Bernie Sanders, not specifically Bernie, but somebody like Bernie Sanders that makes sense, that really like redirects the nation's attention. Like, hey, like let's stop focusing on the immigrants, but let's start looking at the rich. And I need somebody who can make a lot of sense and has the charisma and to be like, look, this is how much an illegal immigrant is costing America. This is how much a rich person is costing America. You know what I'm saying? Like in bailouts, like this is how much these companies are costing America. Like I feel like the real debate should have been between Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump, bro. Like Hillary came and fucked the whole shit up for everybody. Like she should have just sat that one out and let Bernie, instead of cheating, because we ended up finding out that she cheated, right? Like
she cheated.
Yeah, she cheated. She basically made Bernie Sanders lose the race somehow. I don't remember the details.
Oh yeah, because the vote was split because of the I remember.
No, not even the vote was split. Like there was something that happened that she somehow cheated to get the Democratic vote.
I didn't even know that shit, but I believe it though.
Yeah, something came out where not even her or like her campaign manager. I don't remember. It's been so much, bro. I feel like it's been 50 years since the last presidential election. I feel like I'm aging every day with the news that are coming out. But yeah, man, like something happened where they thought where we did find out that the Democratic Party cheated and got Bernie Sanders to lose. So it really should have been between Bernie Sanders talking about poor versus rich or middle class versus rich, and Donald Trump talking about immigrants versus non-immigrants. Like those are the real issues, and I feel like Hillary Clinton just muddled the waters or made it really confusing for everybody. Like she's rich, so she's not going to really attack the rich, and she's not really going to talk about immigrant versus non-immigrant, and she was fighting a battle that she didn't really believe in. So that's where we are.
Yeah, and the thing about politics, is I have a couple of issues with politics, bro. First of all, each side has an agenda.
Oh yeah.
As much as I love Bernie, I love Andrew Gillum, Obama. You have to have an agenda in politics. It just has to be that way. So each side has their own agenda that you don't know about, right? So that you might never know about at all. It's there, right? The third thing is, once you get elected, bro, like the system is already corrupt, and so it kind of like takes you in, and you have to kind of like give in a little bit. Like Obama, he deported so many people, right? But nobody knew about this shit. He never once said that shit in any of his speeches, bro. I don't remember him saying that we're gonna deport all these people.
Yeah, or we're gonna bomb.
But the system is there.
Obama was bombing so many people, he didn't even speak about
that too.
It.
Exactly, because of the once you get elected, because of the system, you're gonna do shit that you probably don't want to do, that you have to, because that's just how it is. You have to bomb niggas, you have to deport niggas. That's just how the system's set up. So I mean, whoever you vote in, there's gonna be some shit that's gonna go down that you don't like, especially like stuff that you might not even think that they would do. But that's just how it is. So my thing is, it's not a matter of the right or wrong. It's just that it's maybe less evil, but there's gonna be some evil shit going on either way. That's just how it is in America. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not gonna vote, bro. I'm good. So
yeah, I get it. For anybody that's that feels like the whole system is corrupt and doesn't want to take part of it. But then there's also the people that feel like you're the devil if you're not voting. They're like, well, that's how we got here with not voting and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, I just stopped bringing up my political outlook on anything. I just kind of keep quiet and stay out of it.
I mean, that's the same thing because like I went to lunch one time with my coworker, and he was like, "Hey, so what do you think about Andrew Gillum?" And I was like, "I don't really know. You know, I haven't really seen his stuff yet." And then I'm like, "What do you think about him?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I love that guy." You know what I mean? I was like, "Oh really? Now, okay." Now that I know where you stand, I never say where I stand first, bro. You know what I'm saying? I always pull back, try to play like I don't know, like I'm just kind of see how things look, and then I'm gonna see where you at, and then go from there. Because if you're a racist ass dude and you going for DeSantis, you know what I'm saying? Then it's gonna be a whole debate. We're gonna be arguing. I'm not trying to do that shit, bro.
So
You know what I mean?
yeah, nobody's got time for a political discussion because that never gets you anywhere. Like at the end of the day, you still gonna believe what you believe in. I'm gonna believe what I believe in. You're not gonna change my mind. I'm not gonna change yours. So we just wasted the past hour or two just basically bullshitting. That's how I look at it.
Exactly. All right, are we off this?
Yeah, before we get off this, I have a story to tell.
I got one too, but go ahead.
So speaking of politics, bro, I was out last Sunday. I went out with my cousin. We were doing Sunday Fun Day. We went out to brunch or whatever. And next to us, we went to a bar. And next to us was this group of people. So it's this Caucasian group with one ethnically ambiguous guy. Like, I don't know. I didn't know what he was, but, I just automatically assumed he was like dark white or I don't know. I didn't really.
Dark white? Dark meat?
like Italian or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, how
Yeah.
even though some people might not be specifically white, but like they just have white privilege. Like he was with a group of white people. He if he goes somewhere, like his credit gonna be like really high. Like I don't know. Either way,
It's like Blake Griffin, bro. So I'm thinking of I don't know.
yeah,
why.
not even Blake Griffin, but when you see those people that might be like, they might be like Muslim, they might be from somewhere in the Middle East, but
yeah.
they might have like white features, so they like automatically get white privilege. And to you, it don't matter because like it don't really matter because that person might look at you a certain kind of way anyways. Like to him, you might still be like a black person, and they might still have those negative stereotypes about you. So, anyways. So basically, to me, it doesn't matter. It just looked like a group of white people. I wasn't gonna sit there and figure like, okay, you from Poland and you from wherever. So either way, so it was a group of white people next to us, and they started talking about race, right? And it's a bar, but their conversation was loud enough where it carried over to us. So they started talking about race for some reason. Everybody had been drinking from that group. I could tell about how loud they were and like their body language or whatever. So they're talking about race. They started talking about immigrants or whatever. And the guy that was ethnically ambiguous to me, he just had like some strong views about race. Like I don't remember what they were. But either way, this guy came to order his beer. He came to order a drink, and he just started saying like, so then he just started saying like he was singling that guy out, and he was like, "Where are you from?" And the guy's like, "Oh, I'm from my parents are from the Middle East," and so he started calling the guy a terrorist, and he was like, "You're a terrorist. You."
Well, is this the same group of people? Or is it like a random guy?
It's a random guy that is now interacting with a group of people.
Oh,
so he starts singling out that guy. And that guy a second ago was making like uncomfortable racist jokes, but now this guy starts singling him out, and I was like, oh shit, this is good. Like, I grabbed my mimosa. I was like, nah, some shit about to go down. So he's like, yeah, you a terrorist, blah blah blah. But you can tell the guy just looked to start some shit. So at the end of the day, his friend stepped in and said, hey, but the guy came back and started defending himself. He was like, I was born in this country. I'm a doctor in this country. This is my country, the same as yours. And I was like, oh, shit, like this really about to be a fight. So his friend stepped in and really kind of de-escalated the situation. But that goes to show you, bro, like I feel like people are okay with passing for white and like you know what I'm saying? Like these people that are ethnically ambiguous, they'll be racist to a black person or whatever, but as soon as somebody starts being racist to them, it's like, oh no, I've been here for years. I have the same rights as you do, blah, blah, blah. I really saw this guy switch from, making like slightly racist jokes to being like, I'm all American once they got called out on their race. So that was really interesting to me to watch, to see that happen live. So that's my story. It didn't end up in a fist fight like I thought. I really was. I pulled my phone out, but nothing went down. So that's my story.
Damn, I'd have been like, world star.
I should have hyped that shit up, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what? A lot of Cubans down south, bro,
are like that.
Are like that,
Right.
yeah. So
that's
wild.
yeah. That's why Florida it can sometimes be a Republican state because you have the excuse my language, the rednecks, and you got the
The mayonnaise, bro. That's the new word, bro.
yeah, bro.
Mayonnaise.
It ain't even no regular mayonnaise, bro. That's like
It's the Hellsman.
yeah,
bro.
the Hellsmans, the dollar store
The Hellsman.
Hellsmans, and then you got the Cubans adding on to the Republicans. So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's what I don't know. Like, if you're gonna be one thing, bro, just be that thing. Don't be like, okay, I'm an immigrant, but also I'm making fun of other immigrants. Like, if you're gonna be an immigrant, stick up for all immigrants. Like, don't just like when you get called out, be like, oh no, but I am a real American and I was born in this country. Like, bro, if you gonna talk shit about immigrants, just remember that to any other like person who feels like they're not an immigrant, we're all the same. So we need to all band together. That's my message for this week.
I mean, that's why, like to go back on the Trump thing, bro. That's why to me, it's so funny that Trump is married to Melania, bro, because she's like the definition of an immigrant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, how can you like have all this shit going on, but then you be married to a fucking immigrant, like a first generation immigrant? So, anyways, I digress. My story. Damn, we haven't even started the podcast yet. We haven't even started the podcast yet, but fuck it. My story is I went to Atlanta recently, bro, and for a football game. And being in Atlanta, bro, like what I had to do in Atlanta, bro. I had to go to a strip club. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
we went to Magic City. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? First time going there, and it was not what I expected at all.
Why?
Because first of all, bro, I go in there and it's like the size of a high school gym, bro. Maybe a little bit smaller than that.
So you saying
So
it's
super
really big or small?
It's really small.
Okay.
Like not even high school. I said high school. I meant like a middle school gym. It was super small. Walk in there, bro. Niggas is posted up. You know what I mean? Like everywhere. Ain't no tables. Ain't no chairs to sit down. You know what I'm saying? So, I was like, damn, bro. This is wild. And then so, out of nowhere, 21 Savage walks in, bro.
What
Right?
the fuck?
Yeah. So, but then but it's so weird. He walks in, but there's no mayhem, right? Because like if you see a celebrity, bro, walk into a place, usually like there's some kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like people like rush him or asking for autographs, you know what I'm saying, or like dap him up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He walks in like a regular person, no one bats an eye. And I'm like, yo, is that 21 Savage? And I'm like, yeah, I think so, but like no one cares, no heads turn. He just walks to the front or whatnot with a backpack full of money. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, right.
Oh shit.
Bruh, this nigga starts throwing like bands, bro. Like I'm talking about, like he probably threw at least $500,000 in that
Oh,
bitch.
shit.
Like he was just throwing like he threw a stack and like it was so small the whole strip club was just raining money, bro. So I'm like, God
Wow.
damn.
So he wasn't in VIP or nothing? No.
He was on the stage with the strippers throwing the fucking money, right? So it was him and Lil Baby was there too, and there was an NFL player there too. But I'm like, first of all, one of these stacks could pay off my student loans, my nigga. Like, let me get one of these stacks. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Second of all, bro, I can see why these niggas be going
Bro,
broke
outta nowhere,
after
right.
they once they lose that buzz, bro. Like, I can see why nigga this nigga threw so much money. But I'm like, damn. Like in a couple of years,
He gonna regret that. He gonna wish he could
gonna
pick all
regret it.
that money back up.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like when she go cold and no one's asking for a 21 Savage feature, like this nigga gonna regret that shit. So, other than that, like it was straight, it was popping, it was dope. It was just that, I mean, like Florida strip clubs, bro, especially like in Miami, you could sit down, you could get a lap dance. You know what I'm saying? You could go to the bag, this room move around, but this shit was like a hood club, bro.
So you tell me there was not one chair in that place, bro?
Nigga, there was no chairs, nigga, there was no tables. All the niggas in there was posted up, bro, like from the wall to the stage, so you could barely move
And there was a
around.
bunch of niggas, right?
There was a bunch of niggas in that bitch, and you couldn't even like go, even if you had money, bro, you couldn't even go to the stage to like throw that shit. It was just that much niggas posted up, bro. It's like, I get it, but damn, that's not. To me, I'd rather go to a strip club, bro, and I sit down, got a table, get a bottle, and I'm relaxing, bro. I don't want to be posted up like I'm in a club, like, you know
I'd
what I'm
rather
saying?
stay in bed and watch porn, to be honest. Like, I don't.
You might as well at that
Shit.
point. You know what I'm saying? You might as well. But yeah, man. Anyways, I'm happy I went because I've been hearing about that shit for a long time. So I went there, and it was not what I expected, but it is what it is. And yeah, bro. I mean, that was my story. It was just seeing 21 Savage just not have that celebrity vibe that I thought he would have, in a spot like this, and just throwing mad money. Like, damn, like, bro, that Nigga, if I was a celebrity, nigga, I'd come in there with like $5, maybe $10,000, nigga, and go home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
And
not like this much money. God
and
damn.
to me, I feel like going to the strip club isn't even for his personal enjoyment. It's like he's stunting. Like he wants people to see how much money he throwing. Now I feel like when celebrities go to the strip clubs, they not going for the girls. Like the niggas don't go for the girls. They go for other niggas. Like no homo, but they
That's
go
true.
to
That's
impress
true.
other men with how much money, with their status. Like I'm 21 Savage, and this is how much money I'm throwing out for the strippers. Like it's not about him wanting a ass in his lap because I'm sure he could get that like 3 or 4 times over in the privacy of his home with the amount of money that he's throwing out. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's just
Yeah.
a act for social status. Like he's trying to impress other people. It's not for his own personal enjoyment.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I guess you have to just to keep up that image that you have. But nigga, I'd rather lose my image, bro, and keep that money. But it is what it is. All right, let's start the podcast. What we talk about?
Yeah. So for hot shit, I wanted to give my hot shit out to, I think her, if I'm saying that right, Michaela Cohen, the creator of Chewing Gum. She has a new movie out on Netflix, and it's called Been So Long. And it's really interesting. So it's about black love in London. It's pretty dope. Check it out. It catches you off guard when they start singing because you didn't realize that it was a musical. So I'm giving y'all a heads up. But it's interesting because I haven't seen a lot of black musicals, or especially any modern ones, or a lot of good movies about love, actually. So check it out. It's called Been So Long, and it's on Netflix.
I guess for me, I got two things. First off, I went to this little spot in Atlanta. I wish I remember the name for breakfast, and I had catfish and waffles, bro. And I know it's not really a thing. You know what I'm saying? I know it's more chicken and waffles, but bro,
Catfish and waffles.
the catfish
How was
and
that?
yeah, it sounds weird, but that shit was fire, bro. I was like, God damn, like this need to be a thing, bro. So, I love catfish. I love waffles. when you put them together,
You can't go wrong.
nigga, you get cocaine, nigga. That shit was crack. All right, so that's my hot shit. The other one is, and this I'm mad old to the song, so I don't know if you heard it before. I'm pretty sure you have, but it's Mo Bamba by Check West. It's been out for a while. It's been popping like all over the place, but it's really dope. It's just, things from New York, and yeah, bro, she gets me super hyped. So I've been playing that nonstop on my way to work. Just
Mo
going
Bamba
crazy
by
in the
Check
car,
West.
so.
I haven't heard that. I don't know who that is.
Play. I think you'll like it. It's a really good song, and apparently it's been popping in New York for like the past summer, like nonstop. But maybe because I'm down here in Florida, but I just got wind of it recently, so I've been playing it a lot, and yeah.
Are you the did you recommend Masego to me? And
I did.
yo, good shit on that. I've been listening to
Ah,
Masego.
my nigga.
I like Tadao. That's my favorite.
Okay. Yeah.
But I went and listened to a couple of songs. He has a couple collabs and shit like that. So yeah, shout out to you for recommending that, because that's
Oh yeah, bro.
the instruments are like, bro, like the instruments are out of this world, because it just feels like he's playing it live. It's not like just a loop beat that I'm listening to. You feel me?
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah.
Yeah. Wait. So was there one more? Like I thought that was another artist I told you to go check. Or was it just Masego?
It was Masego and somebody else, but it's like somebody in Masego's lane. You feel me? Like and I did listen to one song that he had suggested by that person.
It's probably like oh man, I'm trying to think. Was it like Saba? It wasn't Saba. I think you already know about Saba. No Name? No. Okay.
No, but yeah, it's somebody in that lane. But yeah.
Bro, I love that. Like I don't know what you call that. Like would you call that black hipsterish hip hop or hipster hip hop? I don't know what you call it. Like that genre of music to us, like funky beats over like live instruments, and I don't know, but I fuck with it heavily, bro. I like that kind of music a lot. So.
Yeah, me too. It feels like organic music. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
like organic shit. So I fuck with it.
Okay. Good shit. All right, so what we talking about? I've been saying that I don't have a clue. I think.
Yeah, we have a couple of topics. So one, we have Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
Yeah, it's Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, and I haven't really been following it closely per se. I've been hearing about it here and there.
My other hot shit is Cardi B's new single "Money." That shit is that. First of all, the cover art. I'm not a Cardi B stan by any means. Like I don't want like anybody to feel.
Sounds like you are. It sounds like you are, bro.
I don't want to
Let's
be
just put
biased
that
when the Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj war go off. I don't want to get caught on the Cardi B side, but shit. The cover art for it is dope. Like, I don't know, she got like this weird Asian hat going on with the chains all over and the tattoos. Like, that shit looks like she's coming straight out of a video game. You feel me? And the song "Money," it goes hard in the car. To me, that's I feel like that's besides Bodak Yellow, I feel like that's her second best song. So y'all need to check that out. It's called "Money."
Yeah. I'm gonna play it, bro. And if it's trash, like I'm gonna call you and cut you out, bro.
Nah,
Real
bro.
shit.
Like, I'm telling you, once you hear it, like it goes off. Like, listen to it in the car. It'll get you hype. I promise.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. And let me ask you a question: Is Nicki Minaj still? Is she still flame, bro? Like, is she still dope to
She
you?
not.
Like
She not.
in today's
nah,
age?
bro. I feel like she's on her way out. I listened to her album. Her album is not as trash as I thought it was. It got some bangers on there. So I went back. Actually, I've been playing some of the songs off of her last album, and they are pretty dope. But it's like the songs that are good, and the songs that are trash, or I can't take 5 seconds of it. Like, I'm really like running for the skip button. If I don't like, if it comes up, the songs where she sing. First of all, bro, she needs to give up on that singing shit. Like, that's never worked.
No, no.
It will never
Whoa.
work.
Pause.
It
Pause.
sucks.
Did you hear the Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj song on the Carter 6 or the Carter 5, whatever
I
it's called?
probably skipped through it once I heard Nicki Minaj's vocals on there. She was trying to sing.
Bruh, no. There's no way, bro. Go once you get a chance, go back and check it out. And you can't tell me she don't sound good. There's no way, bro. She sounds dope.
Nicki Minaj
And
singing.
I think she needs to. I think her next album, she wants to come out on top again, is to do a whole album singing, bro. Real shit.
Nah. What?
Real
What?
shit, bro. That would,
What?
nigga. That would sell, bro. Money. I put money on it, bro. That would sell because her rapping is getting old. She raps the same way in a way. You know what I'm saying? So it's really kind of it's getting old with the times now. So she needs to do something different. I think her singing would be something that's totally left field and different. And I think that would be
It's
good.
not left field. She's been trying to sing forever, and she was super trash when she was trying to sing on those techno beats like Starship and all of that. Like, bro, Nicki Minaj and that singing, it's never gonna work. She needs to
She
give
gotta
it
get
up.
Drake or somebody, bro. Get over your sweat camp, bro. Some shit to get some heads. You know what I'm saying? To just get up Drake or Quentin Miller. Like, just get the good writers, dog, and the good melodies. Because if you get a good melody, some auto tunes, nigga, hey, she might pull it off. You know what I'm saying? But to me, hearing a Nicki Minaj song today, bro, I feel like I'm still hearing like her old. I'm saying, like, I get the old vibe from the 2000s, and it's not the wave anymore. It's old.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I mean?
mean,
So-
I don't know. I feel like I could listen to a more. I could listen to more Nicki Minaj if the lyrics were good. Cause she keeps saying like, "I write my own lyrics. I write my own lyrics," and it's like we know, like, there's no other way your shit could be this trash if you were paying somebody to write it.
Damn.
So
Facts.
yeah, she just needs to come out with some hard shit. So on her album, the songs I like are LLC, Miami, and Rich Sex. So
So 3 songs.
3 songs off the whole album. Everything else is
Damn.
trash. I mean, Chun Li,
That's
of
wild.
course, but that was a single.
I don't like Chun-Li, bro. To me, that song is trash.
Yeah, I like
Right.
Barbie Dreams too. So yeah, I like 5. That's not bad. But anything else where she's singing and shit like that, I'd rather listen to Cardi's. I feel like Cardi had a better album than Nicki, to be honest.
Well, so okay, back to this beef, bro. And I think this Nicki Minaj Cardi beef hurts Nicki Minaj and helps Cardi B a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
because Cardi is hot right now. She's the new thing. She's popping. She's on Bad Bunny song. She's doing the Lion Joint. She's doing everything, bro. Nicki has that. She's a legend in the game. She has status. But when you beef with her, bro, it's like she's
You're
already
losing your
popping.
power,
So it's
right.
like you losing the power. And I'm like, if she was smart, she should have kept silent, bro, and just kept putting out songs and not say shit, because you going back and forth, you giving her more energy, more power, and she's already hot right now. So you making her more hot, and so it's hurting her more, I think. So I think someone in her camp needs to be like, yo, this is hurting you more than it's helping you.
This
I don't
Queen's
know.
Radio thing is really gonna be Nicki's downfall, bro. I feel like as a celebrity, you need to have like a little bit of privacy, and you know what I'm saying. Like, you can't be that accessible to the public. I feel like the reason why people look up to celebrities is because there's like an air of mystery to them. So I feel like she's trying to get this Queen's Radio to pop. So she's saying more than she got to, and she's already a sensitive person. So she just be all in her feelings. Like, Nicki Minaj just needs to like go away and hide and just come back, drop a couple verses, and just, you know what I'm saying, like go into the I don't know what that place is called, but you know, whatever place that the wash celebrities are at, she needs to go slowly and easily into that place without putting up a fight like she is, bro. I feel like she's just making it worse. Because looking back, I feel like Murder Inc. would still be around if Ja Rule didn't beef with 50 Cent, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like
That's
maybe
true.
Murder Inc. would still be not like as relevant, but maybe they could have something like Young Money, where that should span like a whole decade and still is relevant through Lil Wayne and Drake and stuff like that. Maybe Ja Rule himself wouldn't be popping, but maybe he would have like an empire. Like 50 Cent ended that man through that beef, bro. Like he ended his career, ended Ashanti's career. Like he deaded everybody, like just crazy. So I feel like
Yeah,
that's
that's
what's
true.
about to happen to Nicki Minaj. Maybe she's fading out, but she could put on somebody in her camp where she could get money through that person and still come out and do a couple features and still be hot like Baby did. But she's just ending her own career through this beef, bro. Like Cardi B is the internet's favorite. Cardi B will always win. Cardi B is just meant to be viral, bro. Like you can't compete
She
with the
is.
internet's favorite. You know what I'm saying?
She's the people's champ. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And she never gonna lose. So really, if I was Nicki, bro, from the get go, from the start, I'd be like, yo, I need to figure out a way to do a song with Cardi. You know what I'm saying? And kind of get on her wave a little bit and stay relevant. You feel me?
Yeah, bro. I would have
So
put her under my wing and like sabotage her and be like, "Yo, this is my little sister." Like, bro, if you can't like compete with the hype, you just adopt it, bro. You know, like you just gotta be sneaky about it.
all right, so I'm done with this beef. I mean, I'm not gonna unless the song is really hot, bro. I'm probably not gonna go out and look for or listen to any a Nicki Minaj song. And Cardi B. I mean, I know she's hot, but some songs to me are trash. Some are good. So I mean, it really depends on what I'm feeling. So I mean, I'll keep a lookout for what she has coming. But it's sad and it's crazy that we can't have a few female in the game at the same time. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because back in the '90s, there was Eve, there was
Missy Elliott,
Missy
yeah.
Elliott, like so many, and they all had their own kind of like thing going on, and it was dope. And now it's like you gotta have Nicki Minaj. Then she fades out. Then there's come Cardi, and I'm sure when she's done, in a couple years, whenever it happens, there'll be somebody else. It's like, yo, like, why can't it be two or three at the same time? So,
Man, fuck Nicki, fuck Cardi. Let's bring back Missy Elliott, bro. Like to be honest, she doesn't get all the
word.
props she deserves. Shout out to Missy Elliott for being an icon. I feel like I can't go out publicly without hearing a Missy Elliott song, like "Get Your Freak On," like some shit with Aaliyah. So shout out to
That's
Missy for
true.
being the blueprint. I feel like people always jump to Lil Kim, and I'm like, wait, you forgetting about Missy
Nah,
Elliott in the middle, or even
yeah.
before that, or somewhere on that timeline. People always forget Missy Elliott. She slept on the videos, the trash bag that she was in, and "I Can't Stand the Rain." Iconic.
Classic songs, bro.
Classic, bro.
All right, let's move on from this topic. I think the next thing that we had was what?
Will Smith with the Red Table Talk.
Oh yeah, yeah. Tell me, okay, what? Just give me like a high level kind of summary of what
All right,
happened.
but so I don't know, I don't know if it's for everybody, but for me, Will Smith and Jada has always been one of those relationships that always looked up to when I think of black love and black success in Hollywood because they always stayed out of the headlines. Like there was never no cheating rumors about Will Smith, never no cheating rumors about Jada. Like they never had like a DUI or you know how like every big celebrity in Hollywood always has a big rumor like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie broke up. How Halle Berry got cheated on, even though she's always been like the pinnacle for black womanhood in the black community. You feel me? So it's like every black person that we always looked up to had some shit going on. Even Jay Z and Beyonce have their own cheating allegations. So Will Smith and Jada always been like the wholesome, the family couple. Always looked up to them, but they're also very private. So it really gives you an inside look into not just Will Smith and Jada, but like it just made me look at myself as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like some shit is good
Yeah.
when I'm not even married and I'm like, damn, like this is some shit I could work on myself, or this is some shit I need to take notes for like future relationships. Makes you think about your past relationship. It's just really interesting, bro. So it gives you it starts off with how Will Smith and Jada met, right? So Will Smith was married when he first met Jada. And then after that, Will Smith went through his first divorce and as soon as he signed the divorce papers, he called Jada. And Jada was actually on her way Jada wanted to leave the Hollywood life. She bought a farm. So that like starts off the interview by letting you know that Jada really isn't into the whole Hollywood shit. Like she really wanted to just be on a farm alone. that caught my attention, bro. I'm like, damn, like Jada Pinkett Smith have been popping in Hollywood. She did a bunch of movies, and for her to like retire on the farm, to me that would be gold. You feel me? Like, and she gave that up for Will Smith. So to me, that first caught my attention. And then it also went through their communication style. So as you go through the interview, you realize that Will Smith really is the annoying, like loud person that he was on Fresh Prince. That's the person he is in real life. And Jada is more like quiet and reserved. And they have different communication styles. And you can tell like they had to work through that and like overcome their communication issues. And they even separated within their marriage. So it just really gives you a lot of tips on communication styles, on having differences of opinions, and calling out your partner in public. Because there was a situation where Jada told Will to shut the fuck up in front of everybody. I'm like, bro, Will Smith, the incredible Will Smith, you gonna tell him to shut the fuck up in front of everybody? But it's like, you can tell like that's Will's personality. Like he's always loud, he's always like just adventurous. And Jada is like at home, she's like, you know, like just being home and being with her family and doing stuff like that. So it's crazy to me how two different personalities can come together and still make a functioning marriage with 3 children, and still be together after those years and figuring out what works best for them. So to me, that was very humbling, and yeah, that was an eye-opening interview.
Okay, so let me get to the spicy stuff then. Are they swingers?
You know, you got to watch the interview because they addressed that in there.
Hey, that's why I'm talking to you, bro. Let me know. Are they swingers or not? Because
or what's up? Why you want to know?
Nah, because I think everybody's been wanting to know. Because I think it's been a rumor for a long time, and I guess they've been denying it. But
so the way they put it is that they're not swingers, but they're separated and still together.
Wait. So currently, right now, they are separated, but still together.
You got to watch the interview because I'm not really clear on that part.
They're fucking people on different sides of the house at the same fucking time, but that's not a marriage, bro. That's called shacking up after marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that's what it takes for a marriage to function. I don't know. Like they've been through it and they have years of experience in this shit. And they realized like they had to give each other space. You know, like that's what it really came down to. Like, and it came down to like them, like Will Smith said he went away for 2 years. I'm like, wait, so during those 2 years, were y'all talking every day? Were y'all like, you know, like having sex with other people? Like it's really not clear, but what they did make clear is that they had to give each other space. So I don't know how much space is space to them.
I think, this is my opinion, I think they were married for so long, right, and got to this point that I think their marriage ended a long time ago between them two. And I think they are just wanting to not get a divorce, maybe for, you know, financial reasons, because that'd be a lot of money being split up.
And then what about the kids too? You know what I'm saying?
And the kids, the money. So I think it's. I don't like when they say, "Oh, you know, it's the perfect marriage," because to me, the marriage that's perfect is Beyonce and Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't fucking niggas in there. You know what I'm saying? At night, not. You know what I'm saying? Like
Jay-Z was fucking somebody on the side.
And Beyonce snapped. That's marriage, bro. She snapped, and you know what I'm saying. So I feel like I don't know what the name is for it. So, but it's they got married. The marriage ended, but they still love each other and they live together. They never got divorced, and so they're together but not married. And so it's a nice story. I mean, I fuck with it. I think it's kind of dope that they didn't get divorced, but I wouldn't call it a marriage per se, you know what I mean?
But then they still compromise because they go on vacations together. They're still raising kids. Yeah. They're still living in the same place. I mean, a lot of us, my grandparents included, like my grandparents don't sleep in the same bed. You feel me? Like I feel like they're together, but they're not like married. Like I don't know if that makes sense.
It's the same. You know what it is? I think you made a good point just now. If your grandmother and grandfather separated back in those days, you would not get divorced.
You would just stay together. Nobody got to know.
You would just stay together.
You still raise the kids.
Nobody would know.
But do
exactly.
you still sleep with other? I'm not talking about my grandparents now because I know they didn't. So would Will Smith and Jada sleep with other people, and is that okay?
I mean, if they're separated, if they say, like we're separated and they're not together, then if they have an agreement, then yeah, it's okay. It's kind of the same way as if your grandparents, not your grandparents, but some grandparents were separated. They lived together. They probably slept in different beds. And they probably had girlfriends and boyfriends on the side, and they were cool with it because they were not together. But to the public, they were still together. You know what I'm saying? And so, I think it's okay if both parties agree, but I would not call it a perfect marriage or even a marriage per se. At that point, it's more like a what's the word in Florida? Like when you live with someone, you're not married, but by law you are.
Shacking up, cohabitation.
No, but there's
I don't know.
cohabitation. So that by in definition, Will Smith and Jada are cohabitating together. So that's to me that's not marriage, but it is. It's better than divorce. I mean that's for sure.
But that's what they said, and that's what they said they had to do. So I don't know if now that they're after they had their little break, they're back together. I mean, it doesn't really. They don't really put all the specifics out there, but it's really interesting because it forces you to reconsider your idea of marriage. It forces you to see to consider what you do in relationships and why you do them, because Will Smith was saying like he felt like he had the perfect family. You know what I'm saying? Like he was acting in movies. He won a Nobel Prize. Jaden is successful. Willow's already successful as a kid. Like he felt like he had the perfect family. He was doing blockbusters, I Am Legend, and all these movies. And at home, like things were falling apart. You know what I'm saying? And he even talked about like he felt like he would go like he threw his wife this amazing birthday party and all that, and his wife was like she didn't want that. Like he built this amazing house for his wife. She's like he wanted to be the father and the husband, or like the male figure that he never had. And to his family, they really felt like that wasn't genuine. They were like, yo, you doing this for yourself. Like we don't really give a fuck about any of this shit. And on one hand, I'm like, damn, like how much of the stuff that we do that we say we're doing for other people is really for us? You know what I'm saying? Like probably a lot, right? It's like I don't know, like when I sit there and I see all those people that are like, yo, I'm doing this for my mom, or I'm doing this for my girlfriend, or I'm doing this for my husband. Like, how much of it is really for the gram? You feel me? Like, how much is it like, look at how well I'm treating my significant other. And it's like, does your significant other even really want that? Like, maybe they just wanted a small dinner and a movie, or maybe they did want all that shit and you're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's really, it really like opened up my eyes or made me thought about a lot of shit that I see with like romantic love and shit like that. So it's really interesting. It really is, that interview.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think there's a perfect answer. So whatever works for a couple, hey, it works. So if it's swinging, if it's separated but still together, if it's a regular like faithful marriage, I mean, there is no right or wrong answer, right? So whatever like works for someone, hey, so be it. You know what I mean? And so. I think that's what makes it good. That you can define whatever you want to define with your partner.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's what matters, really.
But I was still shocked a little bit to find out that Will Smith, like, bro, imagine somebody builds you a house, bro. Like somebody builds you a whole house, like a fucking mansion, and you're literally just sitting there like, I don't want that. Like I don't feel loved. Isn't that crazy to you, bro? Like imagine you're the person that like goes out, builds this big ass house, you put it for the person that you love, and they're like, I don't want it. How would that make you feel, bro?
I don't think that's crazy in a sense because material things don't fulfill anybody.
True.
They do in in the beginning, but it fades away quickly. So I feel like that's with anybody, right? So if you love someone, you keep just buying them things to show your love. Eventually, they're gonna be like, well, it doesn't last, bro. After a while, I get tired of the damn car or the house or the whatever you get me. So I it sounds crazy because the fucking house that was built, but because it's a physical thing, it doesn't last it doesn't feel the same way every day that you wake up in it. You know what I mean? It gets old, and so I think that's really the problem.
But imagine if you grew up and so imagine you grew up and you saw your mom struggling to pay rent every month. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, all right, when I grow up, I'm gonna make sure my wife is taken care of. I'm gonna give my wife a whole house. Like that's been your dream since you were little because of what you saw your mom go through, and you're like, I'm gonna make sure my kids are taken care of. I'm gonna make sure my wife is taken care of. That's my duty as a man. So then you grow up, you do that shit for your wife, and she's like, I don't want it, bro. To me, I would feel devastated, bro. Like I would just feel like, damn. So what is it to be a man? You know what I'm saying? Like if I can't provide for you, the shit I'm providing is not good enough. And that's when people cheat. Like,
yeah, I mean, like when you put it that way, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I guess she would have to understand the the reason behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see
So
both sides,
if
bro. Because if I was
yeah,
Will Smith, I'll be like, oh, okay, so this house is not good enough for you. So then I would find a younger woman. And let's say I'm Will Smith at 50 years old. This is fucked up, but this is why people listen to this podcast because I'm just saying it. Let's say in that moment, I would be very hurt. I would find a younger woman who would appreciate a fucking house because she got loans and all that shit. Like this is why this is why older men find young women to like give shit to. Like to be I always was wondering about it, but now I think I'm getting it. Like I'll find a younger woman who would appreciate that shit and love the fuck out of it and I would feel happy. Like, I don't know.
but then it's a cycle because then that young lady probably grows up and gets tired of it too. Then you gotta find somebody else that's younger
Hey.
to keep giving. It's like a cycle, bro.
Yeah, once you start growing old and growing tired of the gifts, you just got to do it so you kick the bucket. But but no, not even that. It's not like Will Smith was doing all material shit. Will Smith found these tapes of Jada's grandmother that Jada never heard of. So Will Smith spent months putting together the tapes and then played it in a movie theater with everybody listening, bro, for Jada.
And I'm guessing she
She
ain't like
hated
that.
that. She hated that, bro. Like to him, he was like, "Yo, this is gonna blow her mind. She's gonna love the fuck out of this. This is very emotional. Like, look at all the work I'm doing." And Jada felt like, "Bro, this is my personal, private grandma." Like,
That's what I'm saying. It seems like she's a private
she really
person,
is.
and by her buying the ranch in the beginning, it just shows you like why would you do anything with a big crowd if you know she's private? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would have done the same thing, but it would just been me and her in the theater. I wouldn't invite anybody else because so I don't know. I feel like that could have been a problem, but
Yeah, but then imagine how many other like women in the audience are sitting there like, "Damn, I wish Will Smith would put together a tape of my grandma." And you
right.
got this lady here, and she complaining that he putting together a tape, and they probably didn't even get any flowers for their birthday. You feel me? So it's like, I feel conflicted because I like Jada and I understand Jada because I'm also introverted and I'm a private person. But then in some spaces, I feel like it's a little bit ungrateful. But in some spaces, I feel like Will Smith was satisfying his ego. So it shows you, man, like this shit is complicated, bro. Like this marriage shit, like just relationships overall, man, are a lot of work. And it's easy to when it's not just you're with somebody else. It's like, bro, like that shit is hard. That shit is hard work. And I commend anybody like out there actively trying to make a relationship work or trying to make a marriage work because you could easily be like, fuck it, I ain't got time for this shit. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
so yeah, man, that shit gave me a whole new respect for love, for relationships, and for stuff like that.
True. Do you think it's harder to get married or stay married if you're rich than if you're just like a regular person with a regular like job, or do you think it doesn't
Nah,
really
I think
matter?
it's harder to stay together if you broke. Nah, to be honest, I feel like being broke, it hurts so many relationships, bro. Like when you angry and the rent is due and you know what I'm saying? Like both of y'all are working like not even 9 to 5. Like when you think about it, like the average American has 2 jobs. So both of y'all are working 2 jobs. Y'all never at home at the same time. It's impossible for y'all to have healthy sex lives. So one, you're always tired. Two, you're not getting any sex. Three, the bills are due. So there's nobody else to take it out on but each other. And that makes it very toxic, bro. Like I wonder how many marriages and relationships that being broke has ruined. So fuck poverty, nigga. Like
But there you have it. Fuck poverty.
yeah.
I mean that's true. A lot of divorce happens because of money problems. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, man. Especially if you have one person that's a big spender and you know both of y'all broke and your spouse is over there
yeah.
spending money, man, like
That's the
that's
hurt.
why domestic abuse is so high in America.
Oh shit, this nigga. That's true though. I mean, yeah, if you broke and you got someone that's out there spending money like crazy, that should piss me off. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, man. Especially if you have a joint account and you're like, what the fuck is this charge? And you don't like, bro, like that shit can really drive somebody to like commit a crime.
like murder. Let me stop, bro. This sounds very dark. We're getting too dark right
But
now.
love and happiness,
all right.
like Al Green says.
Love and happiness. Shout out to Will and Jada for making it work. Whatever it is that they do, they're swingers. You know what I'm saying?
They're not swingers.
They wouldn't admit it, but nigga,
They're not swingers,
bruh,
bro.
come
They're
on.
just-
They're swingers, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. If it works, it works. You know
But
what
to
I'm
be a
saying?
swinger, don't y'all both gotta be having sex with the same person? Or like
I'm sure they do, bro. Come on now. In that big ass house, bro. Come on.
It's like, let's take a Uber to the other side of the house so we could have
Right?
a threesome.
How do you feel about Will on YouTube so much?
I love it. I feel like Will Smith is funny. I hate. Here's what happens. I feel like when a superstar like Will Smith um, or Queen Latifah, like a lot of these '90s legends, once they stop getting on TV, it's like we don't really care about them or we don't really hear about them. So it's great that Will Smith is still around. Like it makes me feel good to be like, oh, Will Smith is still alive and having a good time, and that shit makes me feel like I'm still connected to Will Smith because Will Smith, bro, like played a huge role. Like I used to watch Fresh Prince every night before I went to sleep, bro. So it's good to know, like, okay, this nigga grew up. He's doing great shit. Like, it's possible to be, like, to still be out here having a great life. So I love it.
I think it's cool too, but sometimes you can get overexposed, or you know what I'm saying, or overseen. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you get tired. I get tired of it sometimes because I'm like, damn. After you don't watch 10 videos, like, yo, I don't want to watch another Will Smith video. You know what I mean?
You talking about the ones where he's going on family vacations and all that?
Yeah, all those shits. I mean, I get it. I get the positivity. Like, I love it. Trust me, I do. But, bruh, after the fifth, sixth video, I'm like, nigga, like, can I get a break? You know what I'm saying? So, people like Denzel, you don't see often. But when you see him, you be like, oh, shit, that's Denzel. It's exciting. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like with Will Smith, what could happen is overexposure. It's like you kind of get tired of seeing him every day with a new video, with a new. So, I think if he did a little, like, pause, took a little break, maybe. I don't know, but for me, sometimes I just get kind of tired of it. But it's good, though. It's good. It's a good message. It's good. It's good vibes. It's just a little much sometimes. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But
I agree. Because it kind of takes away that mystery sometimes. So yeah.
Right.
True.
All right. I'm off Will Smith and Jada and the Swingers. I think we're about an hour in. Is there anything else we need to hit?
Nothing for me, man. Yeah.
Okay. I'm good. Any fuck you mean or any kind of rants? Anything you wanna get off your chest?
No, not that I can think of right now, but nah, man, nothing's coming to mind. It's just a fucked up world.
It's a beautiful Thursday.
Hey,
that's what you meant to say.
Yeah, it's just a very beautiful Thursday. That's what it is.
All right. I think I'm good too. I mean. I did see something that I don't know much about it, but Trump is trying to reverse birth like citizenship, like if you were born here, but if you're what I'm saying, if you're an immigrant, you were born here, then you're not a citizen like by birth. And so I saw this politician saying, well, Haitian, it was for former slaves. So if you're not a former slave and you came from Haiti and you were born here from a Haitian immigrant, then you're not an American because you weren't a former slave in America. So it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, bro. This is a real thing. It's a real thing. This nigga said that everything that's tied to the Constitution, the freed black people are tied to former slaves. So if you were not a former slave in America, like say Haiti, then how can you be an American citizen since you were not a former slave of the country of the country?
Oh my God! All right, this is giving me a headache.
I was like, bruh, like, come on, man, like, what the fuck, like, bruh, get the fuck out of here with that shit. So I don't know. I was just like, I don't know. I had no comment, but it's ridiculous. How far can you reach to make some shit up, bro? That's why I'm over this whole red, blue. It's all bullshit. It's all the same shit, bro. So, you know what I mean? That's my rant for today, guys. That's my rant for today.
Wow. Let's end this show on a positive note because that was very very dark. Wow. Let's see. What can we end the show on?
That's positive. Probably nothing.
We talked, I think on the last episode, Canada. We talked about Canada legalizing weed. So shout out to that.
Oh yeah.
Blaze it.
That's dope. Blaze it, man. Give me the weed.
Wow, that's sad. That's sad.
That's sad,
right?
bro. How the hell do we live in a world and we can't find out one? It's some bullshit. Hold on, bro. We can't find one positive shit that's good in the world. Everything's fucking negative. That's crazy.
Oh, Black Panther was approved for a sequel. I don't know if we ever talked about that, but we knew it was coming. But it's approved for a sequel officially. So,
okay.
Yeah, let's take that as a good news.
Look, I just go on Twitter, bro. Scrolling down, and what do I see? A fucking Will Smith video. You see what I'm saying? It's like But it's all good. Oh, another good news. This is good. This is good. This is good Will Smith stuff. They're making Bad Boys 3 officially now.
Wow, with Will Smith in it, or
So
he's gonna.
yeah, with Will Smith and Marlon Lawrence. So I'm definitely watching that shit. So I think that's something I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? So
All right, there it is, y'all. So on that note, Bad Boys 3 coming out. We signing out. It's your boy Black Caesar, aka Caesar Alamo, aka Stickback Jones, the Don.
and it's your boy CP, aka Crazy P, fried milk, fried water, and we out.